Those dogs follow him anywhere. Got Dad dropped off the flat rock. He got finished replanting up there. There's a lot. It's the only spot we've had the bean replant, but there's quite a bit. He's also had some holes in Indiana. I'm gonna treat some beans. He should be able to get done planting all the beans in Illinois, and all the first crop planting, I guess, as long as it's dry enough, which one field is and one field may or may not be by tomorrow, hopefully. We'll see on that. So I'm gonna treat some beans for him. Now I'm gonna go to the Indiana. I'm gonna nitrate because David had somewhere to be today, and yeah, 70% chance of rain Monday. So let's get a little of it done over there. But yeah, hey, got new hats if you want to go get those. If you don't, that's fine too, but let you know, got a new color.
It's been one very productive Saturday, let me just tell you. So it starts off, go get chemicals for Garrett. He needs some more, and after I get done with that, I'm getting ready to load up chemicals for nitrating to go to Indiana, because me and Reese are going to nitrate. And get a phone call, Garrett's stuck. So I'll haul out of here with the quad track, go get him unstuck. He's got stuck twice today, and now I'm finally loaded up for Indiana. Microburst, Instinct, some liquid humic, trying. So this will be the last load of that. Just gotta do one load, and yeah, Indiana, here we come.
I'm down in Kingpin here in St. Francisville planting beans. Plant this farm beans about every year because it floods so much. Put too much money in it. Yesterday I had to replant 167 acres, I think, two different places up in Crawford County. Got that taken care of, beans. I'm getting Kingpin done today. I like about 55, 60 acres, I think. And then all I would like being done, planting beans, is 50 acres in the swamp. And it is a swamp. We got work today, so I think tomorrow afternoon I'll go plant it. We'll be done, and we have a little bit of replant to do in Indiana. Just a few spots of beans to check that all out at the beginning of the week. And see about getting that done. Wrap everything up, but feeling pretty good now. Got a long old spring, probably the worst spring I've ever had for breakdowns. One thing about this spring, and it's been late, not terrible bad. June 4th, planned a little bit on June 5th, been a lot later than that before, but late enough. But it'd always be one to remember for me, just because of the trouble I've had. I could have been done planting beans a while back if I hadn't had so many breakdowns, computer problems, tractor problems. Like I say, I love these tracks on this planter. I'm having a hard time keeping them lined up in the middle going down the highway. I know how to adjust them. It just don't seem like they want to move when you adjust them to get that lug over them. For anybody else that's had that experience with these 2160 tracks, having trouble getting them to move to stay in the or in the middle, it's not a hard job to do. It's just aggravating when you get out and try to tweak it and they don't move. So I'd like to know about that.
Well, it's been a pretty good day so far. As far as I know, everything's working good. Haven't been doing much GoPro or nothing, just been sitting back and enjoying it. I really like this job. You just can sit here, look how the corn's doing, and think about how you're feeding it, how much good you're doing. I get some more stuff on here tomorrow, different spots and everything. I feel like a really good chance of rain Monday, so this is the 4th load I've done. Each load was about 50 acres, give or take. So we're gonna do one more after this. So we'll get 250 acres done in this field down here in Wilson's. That's the 600 plus, 630 some acres. So hopefully at least get this done before tomorrow, or before it rains Monday. It's rain tomorrow's got us working this morning. Me and Garrett are gonna be in the same field. He's gonna be spraying the weeds, I'm gonna be feeding the corn. So surely in this big old thing we can keep from running into each other. A little test going, mixing in 1 gallon of humic acid with all the other stuff that we're already putting in. For those of you who've been with us from the beginning, we did this 2 years ago with the side dress rig. Really saw great results. One thing we didn't like was how black it made it, and all your tubes, how long it took to get out. Just, I don't know, it didn't seem like it mixed real well. Using some from Monty's plant food this time. I don't know if it's better than the other stuff or it's even going to be as good, but one thing I do know, it definitely mixes better and it gets out of your sight tubes later. That other stuff, your sight tubes would be black like 4 loads after using it, with not using it for 4 loads. This, well, we'll see how long it takes, but I can just tell the sight tube, it's not near as black looking. It looks like it mixes a heck of a lot better. So David said it comes out of the sight tube like the next load, so about to find out. Testing.
I just finished planting the swamp, folding up my planter for the last time this year, unless I do a little dab of replant or something. But the crop is planted. A couple things I want to talk about here. The main thing is my tracks. I've had trouble with the tracks, you know, this year. I really like having them on there. Put on new ones, and big problem, case come over and they got them adjusted, okay, and then they got out of adjustment alignment again. So I got instructions how to, it's written out how to adjust it. Loosen counterclockwise the outside adjusting screw if it's rubbing the outside. So loosen the side it's touching. Tried it going down the road numerous times and kind of didn't know where I was really at. I tried the other way a little, but so this morning or this afternoon before we come down here and finished up, we actually jacked it up in the shop, let the pressure off the tracks, moved it back there where we could see it actually moving over the wheel, and went the opposite way of what the book says, and that put it in the middle. So I don't know what else to say other than it's in the book backwards, and that's a real problem when you're trying to adjust something like that. It's a deal that you really can't tell which way to go, but you think they would have wrote the book right. And in the day before I came to work this afternoon, I looked online, found a place on there that Case said how to adjust your tracks. Toe in and all that, tensions, hydraulic, simple. Get to the adjusting sideways. He says, here's the adjusting screw. All he said. Then went through my mind, he didn't know which way to turn it either. But gee whiz, if you're going to put something like that online or put it in the book, please make sure it's right, because it can sure cause a lot of headaches and track damage, which is very expensive. I spent a lot of time the last 3 days on the road seeing that it was wrong, trying to stop, adjust it, trying to do it right. Couldn't get it to move. Well, all I was really doing was putting more pressure on the side it was against. But that being said, everybody makes mistakes, but I don't know if the guy that wrote it down just wrote it down wrong as what some engineer or somebody told him to do, but it don't much matter. You ought to be able to tell us which way to do it. And then when you put it on YouTube, if you can't explain a little bit, there's really no use to put it on there. But I'm done planting beans for the year. I'm done. I like my planter. I like the tracks. It's a whole better setup than the tires, so we'll go on. Got her done. Besides having lots of trouble, but we got it. And 100 years, nobody knows the difference.
Me and Reese are finishing up a little bit of nitrogen over here. Actually, we're not done. We just ran out of nitrogen. So in the past 2 days, we went through that tank, that tank, that tank. That's ATS, so we don't use a whole lot of it. That tank and that big tank. So day and a half, we really hammered down.
Last fill up of the night. We're out of stuff. We're out of stuff, Jay.
Made a video, but I said you'll tell them how many acres is done today.
I have to write it down. We're over 800 over the last day and a half, so we've done a lot. Big fields, going fast. Yeah,
Night shift.
we're out of. We could go all night, but we're out of stuff, so we can't. Yep. Which I'm okay with. We're sitting good. What we got left's not that big. I'm okay with rain tomorrow. We'll get more stuff in tomorrow. They don't haul on Sunday, but I can't blame them. I don't know how much we did today, but we didn't get started yesterday till about, I don't know, it was afternoon sometime. We got 850 acres the last day and a half, whatever you want to call it. So very successful. So we're done until we get some stuff, which we're supposed to bring tomorrow, some semi-loads, but not till afternoon. That's when the big chance of rain is. But we can't go down to FS with the Titanic and pick up loads, so may do that in the morning if it's not raining. We'll see what the morning brings, but pretty successful weekend. Well, it still hasn't rained yet, so we're back at it. David has the gooseneck hooked up, and he's hauling back and forth from Allendale, have our tanks here. Jay went and got one and brought it over. Now he's staying here and mixing it up as David brings in the nitrogen. And I just heard that the Pro trucks who do the contract hauling for FS there, haul the liquid nitrogen for them. We got one of their trucks heading our way, so we just get one of them dedicated to us going back and forth. We should not run out of stuff till it rains, so we'll just see how much we get done here today. It hasn't rained much, but whether you can see them or not, on those big circle things on the front, we call them coulters. I'm missing one, and I was running without one till the rain got here. I was doing okay, but you know, since a lot of this is no-till, there's bean stubble on top. It got just a little wet, so now it's balling up. If that coulter was on there, it'd be cutting it, so it would go on each side of that knife. Since it's off, it's not. So maybe I have to quit. I'm driving around trying to find it and see if I can put it on or not, but that's not likely. And then I got one coming. I got one being next day, so should have one tomorrow. So we'll see how much it rains tonight. Maybe do it again tomorrow. We have got, that's the total acres that has been side dressed. So you know, just about 1,000 acres left. So that's it. Easy 3 days. Easy. Unless something breaks. Then there won't be nothing easy about it. This is how it's supposed to look. You got a knife in front of it, you got the coulter, yeah. Cut everything in front of it and whatnot. Yeah, that one don't have it. That's the problem. So get one tomorrow sometime. Got a lot done.
Well, if you remember last winter, I was telling you about putting this stuff to protect my aluminum on the truck bed and let you know how it come out. It didn't come out very good. I don't know if you can see this in the picture, but part of it come off, part of it didn't. You can see here, it looks like it's got the scurvy down through here. So I was gonna have to get it off. One way to get it off, Mother's takes it off, buffing it. We'll take it off. This side, I've took it off. Looks like chrome now, so I don't know. It said to retreat if part of it come off, but I decided not to fool with it anymore. So that was not a good experiment.
They get the H&R Coulter and hubs in. Gotta get this and go back and put her on. It looks like it may be raining. Yep. It looks like there's some more rain coming. We got some spots that are dry and need a rain, and then we got some spots like right here where we definitely had enough, where he replanted last, where I'm trying to get nitrogen, where I'm trying to get side dressing done. Got about 1,000 acres left. I to get new coulter in and on, just got done doing that, but I've noticed, where is one? That one's fine. And when I lost one, I got several that are got some wiggle to them, so I'm gonna go through, take this off, tighten that castle nut in there, so hopefully they can make the last 1,000 acres. That I'm gonna do that until it rains. If it don't rain, so I'll get this done. If it does rain, I'm gonna head in the shed and I'm gonna get all the planter parts back on from, you know, last week's video. I think it just wasn't bad though. The arms that go back to the big rubber closing wheel, when those was bent, then 2 left arm gauge wheels was bent. I just robbed those off my planter and put it on his, so you know, get all that stuff put back together. Fixing stuff. If it doesn't rain, we could somehow miss this afternoon, tomorrow, start side dressing, one of the two. That'd be nice. It's always nice to get her done. It's not like we're behind, but it's, you know, it's one less thing to worry about. All right, these are all the parts that got broke, which pretty good. I got one of the arms on this one. Gonna put it back, put those back where they go, because our gauge wheels are a little different. See how you don't have conceal, so no slot. Mine do have a slot. He's got a couple now that have slots, just because I took the whole arm and everything off, just because it was quicker trying to get going that day. See where I robbed them? And I took the whole thing here off because I wasn't sure what he needed, but just needed this piece, but I just ripped the whole thing off. I didn't want him waiting on me. Oh, we'll get that all swished around while it rains. Rained hard for just a little bit, now it's back to sprinkling. Hopefully we don't get too much. Got that all swished around. And it only rained a 1/10 this time around, but there's more chance to rain this evening, I think, so. Back out to the nitrator, finish that. David stole the Titanic from the nitrator crew for the bean spraying crew with the Haggy. And now he's got to fix it so it serves him right.
Yep, you guys breaking stuff.
Yep, that's what we do. We break it. It's a beautiful sunny day outside. I believe both spray rigs are going to be going. Garrett's post-spraying corn in Indiana and David's post-spraying beans in Illinois. And we got 3 trucks on the road. Fred, Gordy, and Jay are driving those, hauling corn. Done for today. I did 2 loads worth, the 157 acre field that was dry. There's more that's dry, but I'm gonna go trip the ball game, even though it's supposed to rain tomorrow. But it's supposed to get real hot next week and no chance to rain next week, so 2 big days or 3 easy days we're done, so feel confident we can get it done before the corn's too big. So to the ball game. Filling at the tanks, all the gobbledygook nitrogen. There's an ATS stud that puts it all together usually. Well, we got 1 load empty, filling up again. A lot of rain on the radar, and this is what we're using now, because David stole the Titanic from us.
Stole it!
Stole it. Guy's a few years older. He just pulls rank whenever he wants to. That's fine. At least he's getting some beans sprayed. Or at least he was yesterday. I don't know if he is today or not.
My last name ain't Ivers, so I really ain't got much to say, so I just do what I'm told.
Mine is, but I'm the youngest, so I just got to go with it. Well, I'm in the stuff I just planted last Monday. It is up good. A little weedy because, well, it was underwater, so the spray ran out. But starting to sprinkle a little bit. Don't know how much longer we'll be going. Rained out. Hasn't rained much. Forgot my iPad in the truck, so it's rained just enough. It's getting too sticky, and it looks like it's gonna rain more, which it's okay. I'll take the rain because, well, I've already told you it's gonna get super hot and dry next week, so we'll take a little moisture and we'll get this done early next week. I was able to get, I put 1.5 loads on, and we're putting our load on the gooseneck that Jay's pulling, so we can hold the 2 loads nitrogen coming in that we got ordered for the day. Then we're supposed to get another one of them in Monday. Then that'll be yeah, that'll be all we need, I think. That's a misfigure, which is definitely possible, but we may or may not do a little bit of this tomorrow. Don't know. See how much it rains, but that'll be it for this week's video. Go to Ivers merch, ivers-farms.myshopfind.com. Thanks for watching. See you next week.